everybody, welcome to Live on the Av, your only daily live video game news show in the entire world. I'm your host, Chad, and today I'm joined by Jason, and we're going to run down the news for Wednesday, June 1st, 2016, and I'm going to open up with something that was close to my heart when it first launched, dude. Skylanders has a new game coming out, dude. When Skylanders first launched years ago, I feels like, dude, me and Amy just bought literally every Skylanders character.
Yeah,
so we're always kind of like excited on the edge of our seat to see what Skylanders doing next. And last year we were just super bummed. Superchargers came out. Not a fan of Superchargers. Not a fan of racing. Most like it didn't seem. If it was like Mario Kart, would have been fucking awesome. But it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It was just doing the same deal.
It felt like they've been running the same gimmick over and over the last couple of years, and just like, hey, now you have cars. Now you're giants. It's like, oh, we'll do something different.
So here they are trying to do something different, and on the evolutionary scale of Skylanders, I think this is the next step. It's called Imaginators, and Toys for Bob is hoping, they're the creators of it, is hoping that people will buy into the creation crystals are going to be the new things that you guys can get, and each crystal is going to allow you to customize a character with like top hats and crazy fish faces and like arms, all the crazy like gear and stuff that you see on all the characters. You can throw it on your dude. Only one element will be able to be saved for each crystal, so that way you can't just make the crystal, beat the stage, delete the crystal, beat the stage, and so on and so forth to unlock everything in the game. They're going to want you to buy all 10 for $9.99 each to unlock everything. I'm just super excited about the creation thing, man. Like, because one of my favorite things was the paths in I think it was second Skylanders Giants, where you can go down the paths where they started it, and you can like level up your character and take them one direction or level them up and go a different direction with it. So I thought that stuff was pretty awesome when they started doing that. So it's going to be cool when you can customize them. Don't know what kind of abilities. There's 10 classes, 10 elements. So you'll be able to choose down, one of those paths to pick stuff
rock,
up.
fire,
yeah.
electric.
The other cool thing is, like, you would think, like, oh, shit. So they're going to go, like, they're going to go with all these, created character things, but they're still going to give you 31 new characters. So now you can make anything you want and get 31 characters, even though they do feel kind of generic. When I was watching the trailer, and you guys are checking it out right now, at the end of it, they show some of the characters. They're called senseis, and they're in like yellow, and they're like gold and silver or golden brown or something like that as their base colors. I mean, they look kind of like they could be badass, but dude, I mean, when they're releasing 31 characters for every single game, every single year, I think they're up to like 300 characters, 400 characters. It's kind of hard to like create something new that's gonna like really pop, dude, that doesn't kind of mold into some of the other characters. Like they got this owl dude who they look like meaty dude, but 31 new ones called senseis, and they're also going to give us boss characters too. I could probably talk about this news forever.
I feel like they missed the boat on this. I feel like the toys, they should have like had a toy and then an accessory set that comes with the toy or something, so you get like it's like pop and break or somehow to like get close to the character that you created somehow. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fucking, I'm not a toy wizard. I don't know how that works.
You're not Bob, dude.
Yeah, but I feel like Bob should have been able to come up with something a little more original than having to like basically you're just buying the senseis instead of your character. Figuring out how to get that character to turn into a toy, I think, is key. I don't know. They're going the right way. I get what they're doing. It's starting to make sense, but I just feel like it's the same thing, except now I can throw a fucking hat on my guy. It's the exact same thing.
But yeah, you can change, all sorts of crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I
much better than cars, dude. I'll take it over cars any day. Like, give me this stuff. One day I will get the older version, the Warhammer version of this, where it's like fantasy world adult style. But that's the new Skylanders this year, and hey, they're gonna capitalize on it because Disney's out. So
you want adult Skylanders? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you give me the adult Skylanders, man. We got some other news here and some Overwatch news for you guys. If you've been playing Overwatch as crazy as we have, dude, and as much as we have, they got a couple of possible tweaks coming to some of the characters that you guys might be familiar with. If you guys are familiar with shooters, and Halo in particular, back in the day, if you played it, it was elbow smash, shotgun. Or shotgun elbow smash, and you would kill a guy instantly. Kind of McCree, if you guys use McCree, has a similar thing. His is the flashbang ya, and then hits fan the hammer, and it's literally like an insta-kill on anybody. And you probably have felt it. I felt it as the Reaper. I felt it as Reinhardt. I've felt it pretty much from any time. You get hit with that, and if he comes up and hits you with that fan the hammer, dude, you're wiped out. So they're going to be looking into that. It's not every single time, and, you know, it sprays all over the place, so he might miss. But, you know, the idea is that it shouldn't be that powerful. It shouldn't be able to take down tanks in only almost one hit. So they're looking into him. Nothing yet. It's just kind of what they're checking out, dude, and beefing up D.Va. If you guys have played against the D.Va, dude, if you guys watched this last night, dude, we got kind of beat up by a D.Va pretty badly on the stream on when we were doing Overwatch Tuesdays. So D.Va can be like a pretty tough character, and they're talking about kind of fixing it up and giving her a little bit more of a buff, just because her damage isn't to where they want it to be. But if it was too high, they were talking about that thing just destroying people as well. So it's kind of like a fine line, and these are just things that they're looking at, dude. And the other thing they're looking at too is getting those highlight reels to stick around after you close it out. We're talking about that on the stream too. You're talking about getting your highlight, dude, and you're like, wait, where are my highlights at?
Dude, I didn't get any highlights last night. If you watched us, that was pathetic. Well, maybe one. But
no, when you close out your game, your highlights from your previous session are deleted.
Oh, gotcha. And they want to fix that. They want to
yeah. So like that way, when you bring your game back up from last night, and you're like, "Hey, dudes, come check it out. I got it."
All I'm excited about is a gimped D.Va, because that character was just destroying me last night. I don't think I bitched about it. I couldn't have stopped. I was like all night just bitching. So.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with that, and by that I mean fix it so it's not so goddamn powerful.
Well, they're actually talking about buffing her. This isn't a talk about...
No, I know. Yeah. They're talking about, like, making her not... They said not more damage or whatever, but still. Just, like, gimp it a little bit. Like, give me a window. A fucking window, dude. Anybody that says that character needs to be buffed is high.
Yeah, dude. It's the infinite ammo, man. It's out of control, dude. And then competitive mode is going to be pushed back to July, not in June, so don't expect it this month at all. They're going to be pushing it back just a little bit further, and it's going to be for the better, I'm assuming, because, you know, the game is, like, right now is running pretty smooth without a lot of hiccups and issues and stuff like that. So, you know, if they're just going to take a little bit longer and focus on getting the competitive mode right, I'll take it, dude, because I haven't had any complaints from day one to now. Like, we get into games instantly.
It's been amazing. It's like the longest wait of it we had was, like, 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah,
and that's
not.
That was once, like in the entire like 4-hour block that we played. It's just crazy.
So yeah, so check for July, dude. We'll have more information as that comes out, dude. New for EA, man, is looking to unite all of their sports games across one technology platform, and FIFA 17 is going to be the next one to use the Frostbite engine, which you guys is the engine that powers Rory McIlroy. It also powers like the Dice games, dude. Rory. The Dice games, Battlefield, Battlefront, dude, all those games are powered by it. So if you guys are used to those amazing graphics and what they can do in outdoor environments, I feel like is one of the things.
I thought Rory McIlroy looked like shit.
I was just gonna say that.
That game had a lot of fucking visual problems, so I'm really curious to. But you know, like Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront, those games look goddamn gorgeous. Yes. Mirror's Edge is also using Frostbite, and I played a little bit of that, and that game looks like a giant fucking turd.
Does it really?
I think it's running at like 700p or some shit like that, or 720, getting up-res to fit on your screen, and it's like a blurry.
Dude, you better be
fucking
careful
mess,
with all that shit going around in that game, dude. It's white in there, man. It's gonna make a smudgy mess.
Yeah, it is a smudgy mess. It's a smudgy mess. But I know this engine's really powerful, and it makes really good character models. Like the Battlefield and Battlefront character models look amazing. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to be on like a FIFA game. Maybe because the graphics in that have never been show-stopping. FIFA and Madden, they've always been like they kind of get made fun of, you know. So we'll see what happens.
And it's going to be, and I think one of the other problems is those games like that you mentioned, those teams behind them have been using this engine for a while. And I think Rory, it was kind of the first time they tried it out for that team, possibly. So we'll see. The only thing I want to just get out there right now is I don't think it's a good idea to split all their games on one technology platform. We see it in a lot of different companies where you just stick to that one thing and there's no competition. You know, and to try and create something better, it could just be a stalemate, a stagnation, dude, with that thing.
Yeah, it could be. Like that's interesting. I think they had the Ignite team and then they had the Frostbite team, and they're both trying to innovate. And now we just have the one engine. But maybe that'll just take all the best people from Frostbite and all the best people from Ignite and just put them together and be like, make it good. I'm running this Roy McIlroy trailer right now, as you can see, and that game actually looks really good in trailer form, but trust me, it doesn't look that good in person.
Trust Jason, dude. He knows. You guys get a chance to check it on EA Access as it comes out later, dude. We just talked about Battlefield. Titanfall 2 will be launching roughly 3 weeks after Battlefield 1's new launch, which comes out in October. So around mid-November or I mean, if it's, what if it gets booted up a little bit? Could be 2 to 3 weeks. Could be at the end of October. So mid-November is looking where it's at, dude. EA.
Because Call of Duty is like November 4, November 8, somewhere in that range. So you don't want to release that week. So you're looking at probably the week after, I would assume.
Do you want to release after Call of Duty? You want to probably get it there before Call of Duty, right?
Or same day? Like, do you want to like go toe-to-toe? Do you want to get out in front of Call of Duty?
Or get buried, right?
Dude, Call of Duty, that trailer got hated on so hard, right? I don't feel like anyone's excited for the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, but they always do those live 24-hour streams. People get jacked up about it. There's competitions, dude.
That's true. That's true.
And, there's tournaments that people want to keep entering with all the new Call of Duties. Even if they hate the fucking game, they're going to want to keep pushing on it, dude. And Titanfall doesn't have those things. So.
Well, I guessed, when I was putting our calendar together, I guessed that the game would come out on November 15th. Which is fairly close. I was like, it doesn't want to...
in there right now,
Yeah,
right?
so if you guys go to allertonav.com, look at our release calendar. It's got all the games that are coming out. It's the best release calendar in the entire world. I promise you. Go check it out. But I had Call of Duty in there on its date, and I was like, dude, I bet you it's going to come out like a week or 2 weeks after Call of Duty. Nailed it.
Dude, we'll see. Maybe I'll have a prize for you.
I hope so.
So Titanfall 2 roughly launching in mid-November. Jason says November 14th. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that for you guys. And Rocket League, our 2015 sports game of the year, dude, has made over 110 million in sales, dude. I was thinking about these numbers because GTA 5 just was talking about a few weeks ago how they made over 500 million in transactions on their game. So, dude, 110 million. This game has only been out for a year. And, 5 million people purchasing DLC, 15 million people played the game, dude. It's insane. You guys wonder why I got Sports Game of the Year? Check it out, dude. Play this thing, man.
It's nuts. I can't believe it. I mean, mad props to them. And the cool thing is it's constantly in people's minds. People are continuously talking about it. They keep putting out cool DLC. And
I know, they just introduced the basketball stuff.
Yeah, people are all in on it, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, dude. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, dude, I highly recommend checking it out and playing with some friends, dude. Get in on it. And our last little piece of news today is Dead Rising. In case you guys have never seen it, dude, Dead Rising has made a movie, and they are getting a sequel. And Jason's got that for you to check out here. And if you didn't fucking see the original Dead Rising movie, you don't need to see the sequel, dude.
It looks a little better.
It does look a little better, and it was only good just to see zombies die and then how shittily they can make the props. But beyond that, dude, it's a train wreck, and I don't know how it got a sequel. Crackle's doing it. Fuck you, Crackle. Why are you doing this? Stop it.
They have actors I know in this movie too. I'm like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that girl.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. guy's in there, right?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? How do I know all these people? Yeah. And then I'm just like, oh, the zombies look terrible.
Oh, dude, and then the colors they use and the camera work, it looks awful, dude. You guys can see it. All you need to see is our trailer that we got playing for you guys, and then you'll be good to go. What's up?
This is my one point. This comes out on June 20th, which is a week after E3. Do we get a Dead Rising announcement at E3 to kind of play into this? Dead Rising 3 is announced. Dead Rising movie comes out the next week.
Can I do a small prayer real quick that we get that? Because I would love another Dead Rising game, dude. Those are some of my favorite games.
Throw it up to the gods.
And they've always nailed it, dude. Good point, dude. Good thing to point out right there. So hopefully we'll have some E3 news for you guys when we're live there. We'll be shouting out, dude, and doing our live cast, our live stream at E3, dude. We'll tell you guys about the Dead Rising game that could be coming out. You heard it here first, I'm assuming. Jason's got all the breaking news for you guys. We have the breaking news every day for you guys at 5 o'clock Central. On twitch.tv/AllertonAv. Otherwise, if you guys miss us, check us out on youtube.com/AllertonAv live. We're here every day live on the Av, the only live video game news show in the world for you. Thank you so much for joining me, Jason. Make sure you guys check back at AllertonAv.com every day for all the news. And tonight at 7 o'clock, we will have the block party for you guys, followed by Adapted Live at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Goodbye, everybody.